Fresh Talk Media. Today we have an important issue to talk about. It's all over the place. It's no longer a news. In case you haven't heard, Julius Abure have been dismissed. And at the end of the day, the Federal High Court in Abuja upheld the stand of INEC for not recognizing Julius Abure because his tenure is over. He is no longer supposed to stay there as Labour Party chairman. We are talking with Mr. Clem, who has been with us in the studio today. Mr. Clem, happy to have you around.
Thank you.
Please, what do you have to say about this issue? Because it looks like some people are happy about it, while some are not happy. Some are disappointed. Some of the people that have been pushing Julius Abure to continue pushing this, kind of like giving him that support from the back. It looks like they are all disappointed right now. We don't know. And it looks like the people that have been praying for him to be taken off that position are happy right now. What do you have to say about this condition? What do you have to say about the present condition Julius Abure is facing right now?
The truth of the matter is that Julius Abure, he was the one that took INEC to court.
Okay.
Yeah, he took INEC to court because INEC failed to recognize his candidates for this by-election.
So why was that?
The case has already, the leadership also in the Labour Party went all the way to Supreme Court.
Okay.
Because before now, we have Nenadi Usman fashion and Julius Abure's fashion, and the loggerhead went all the way to Supreme Court. And Supreme Court get verdict sometime this year. On that very time, you see the two camps claiming victory from the Supreme Court, Nenadi Usman claiming victory, Julius Abure also claiming victory. And
so does that mean the court was not explicit in their ruling? Why was everyone trying to
claiming victory?
They are
victorious from there. The truth of the matter, when I read that judgment, I would say that the judgment is in favor of Nenadi Usman camp, because the only place the Supreme Court judges they mentioned was that the political parties should try to solve their differences internally.
Okay, that's right.
So,
we heard that.
And that's where Julius Abure and his camp have been holding ground.
Okay.
That the Supreme Court has mandated them to go back and solve their problem.
Okay.
And what they are doing is internal issue. So, but if you check in the other angle, recently INEC failed to recognize Julius Abure and failed to recognize the candidates who are contesting on the Labour Party, which is Julius Abure claimed to be national chairman, and he submitted the list to the INEC. So INEC is saying no, that they will not recognize those lists because it is coming from someone who is not authentic national chairman of Labour Party, citing the same Supreme Court ruling. So what Julius Abure now did was that INEC doesn't have the right to remove him or his candidate he submitted to them. He went to High Court to challenge INEC and to compel a High Court to mandate INEC to accept his candidate. But unfortunately, at the end of the day, he couldn't get his grant. Court couldn't uphold his, rather they stand on the side of INEC and said that INEC was right for not recognizing him and his candidates. So right now, I know that it's not over yet, because Julius Abure, the way he has been fighting this leadership issue shows me that probably he has some element of forces, unseen forces, let me put it that way, element of unseen forces behind who are beating drums for him.
So are you trying to say he has some people with high powers that
there's a very big possibility. People, like you mentioned, high power people in the high places giving him support, both financial and moral support to continue this fight. Because if Julius Abure is not really doing this for the interest of Labour Party, he's not doing this now to destabilize Labour Party and for his own personal interests. I don't really know how much he's going to make from all these kind of shenanigans he's carrying out. But one thing you need to understand is that this is politicians. And they are all after their pocket, most of them. Because they never been a PDP man or been holding. No, they never hold that kind of offices.
So are you trying to say he's trying to manipulate things in Labour Party? Because
I cannot say he's to manipulate, but what I'm very sure that he wants to maintain that leadership status quo to be the national chairman of Labour Party.
Because right now it looks like things are already working against Labour Party. The by-election, none of the candidates were accepted from Labour Party. Is he not going to affect the party already?
He's affecting the party now. Is he not going to? He's affecting the party already, because you watch the former governor Peter Obi said that the people obedient and Nigerians should support ADC candidates instead of Labour Party, because there was nobody to contest under Labour Party. And if they don't take time, this is a similar thing that will repeat itself in the national general election 2023. Because the way Julius Abure is playing all this game, he's playing this game to destabilize the party to the extent that at the end of the day, the party will not be able to stand to file a candidate for the party. Rather, he will be able to smile home because he's not doing this for fun. They can never agree in public that they are doing this selfishly. They will tell that they are trying to fight for the interest of Labour Party, they are trying to protect the Labour Party. But how are you protecting the Labour Party where you can't be able to stand and maintain the party? The party is in disarray. What are you trying to do? Why can't you bury your ego and find a makeable place to settle your issues?
So let's talk about INEC right now.
Okay.
So the names of the candidates were presented to INEC and they turned it down.
Yeah.
Is it because they presented it late? Is it because why didn't Nana Usman make some impact in this? Why were the names of the candidates not submitted early enough? So even if their names will be rejected, the party will still have time to produce more candidates or a different list. Why did it happen at this dying minute where there was no other opportunity for them to present a new list?
No, you nobody will blame INEC in that because the Electoral Act, there's a procedures to submit the names of candidates who are duly elected during the primaries in one way or the other, through election or in any form. The party is the one that will submit it. And the list must be signed by the chairman and the secretary. That's why these very, very positions are very important in every political party. You see the national chairman, you see the national secretary. So if you are not working in coordination with them, that is going to be a very big problem for you to submit a result. INEC can never recognize it. Somebody cannot just, it's like me now. I wake up today, I draft a letter and send it to INEC, say these are the list of candidates from O party or whatever, as the case may be. No, it doesn't work like that. INEC must recognize you constitutionally that you are the legally appointed or elected chairman of that very political party. So for them to accept anything coming from you.
Did Nana Usman not make his own list as well?
Nana Usman, the way I understand was that what I understood for that very moment, they didn't partake in that very primaries. Julius Abure was the very one that carried his own ESCOs, okay, and conduct all those primaries in different areas where they're supposed to carry it. Nana Usman and her own team, they didn't engage in that. They didn't engage in that. So I don't think anybody is coming to blame INEC in this very regard. No, INEC did what they're supposed to do. Because if you follow that judgment of the Supreme Court very thoroughly, you understand that Abure doesn't have any local right, constitutionally, based on the judgment, to be parading himself today as a Labour Party national chairman.
That's a tough one, but what I don't understand is why they left him to do that. Why, even if he's busy parading himself, the right chairman of the party is still supposed to stand on their ground alongside with the other ESCOs and still do what they're supposed to do.
Yes, but you need to understand that these politicians, me and you, we are here in the studio, we know little compared to what they know because they are the ones on the field. So the information they have today, we don't have it. So a lot of things are going on in Labour Party.
Okay.
Labour Party right now, apart from P2B, you see how Julius Abure and his own colleagues, they are lambasting personality of P2B, calling him names and all kind of things.
Yep.
It's not if you are believing that you want to make the Labour Party to become stronger than how it was before, you don't have the right to be, lambasting your presidential candidate who brought a very big fortune to your party. Labour Party today are being mentioned in the national news as it is today is because of PO and his obedient movement. So if P2B has not moved to Labour Party at the time he did, I don't think that any person will be talking about Labour Party today. They need to understand that. But the way things are, that's why I told you that I believe there are invisible forces, strong one behind, are pushing Abure with this trajectory he's taking. He is not doing it ordinarily.
And only him knows that.
And only him and his team can only testify that.
Oh, thank you so much for that beautiful explanation. Dear viewers, you have heard from Mr. Clem. He has said a lot about this. Although it's still on so much untold stories are still behind the scenes. There are so much we don't know, and there is still so much we have not heard. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It begins like Labour Party is already beginning to feel the heat, even before 2027. But that is not a reason for you to relent. You know your candidate, you know who you want to be your next presidential candidate. Please go out there, get your PVC, and vote wisely for 2027. We'll see you again in our next one. This is Fresh Talk Media. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, like and share. Until we see you again in our next one, bye for now.